Hey guys, it is me, Dom. I am here today for a poem. I don't know if y'all heard my last one, but I'm gonna continue reading poems from the same author. It's gonna be John Donne. Yeah, I was kind of looking through his poems, kind of learning some more information, and I came across this one that I'm super excited to share. This one is titled The Dream. So yeah, let's just get started and then we can kind of chat about it. So here we go. The Dream. Dear love, for nothing less than thee would I have broke this happy dream. It was a theme, for reason much too strong for fantasy. Therefore thou walked me wisely, yet my dream thou brok'st not, but continuedst it. Thou art so true that thoughts of thee suffice to make dreams truths, and fables histories. Enter these arms, for since thou thought'st is best, not to dream all my dream, let's act the rest. As lighting o'er a taper's light, thine eye and not thy noise walked me. Yet I thought thee, for thou lust truth, an angel at first sight. But when I saw thou sawest my heart, and knew my thoughts beyond an angel's art. When thou knew'st what I dreamt, when thou knew'st when, excess of joy would wake me, encamp'st then. I must confess it would not choose but be profane to think thee anything but thee. Coming in stain showed thee. But rising makes me doubt that now thou art not thou, that love is weak where fear's as strong as he. 'Tis not all spirit pure and brave, if mixture it of fear, shame, honor have. Perchance as torches, which must ready be. Men light and put out, so thou didst with me. Thou cam'st to kindle goats to come, when I will dream that hope again, but else would die. Well, that was a hard read, I'm gonna be honest. And not because it's just all the old language with wak'd'st, that, like, I can read it and, like, see it, but when it comes to pronouncing it, I just feel like I don't know, it makes me nervous. I don't read, you know? Obviously, he's from a long time ago, as you can tell, but I really like this poem. I feel like it shows how he's a hopeless romantic, relatable. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know, life lately has been feeling like a dream. Everything's kind of like in a dream state, and I kind of want to go back on, I know I had recently done a poem over David Lynch, but I need to see a couple more of his stuff. I really want to see Mulholland Dream and all that, but overall, from his work, I get a dream state. Like, I feel like all of his movies kind of have that theme of, like, not being real, kind of like a fantasy dream. And when I kind of saw this and read it, I was like, whoa, like, that's kind of like, it'd be cool to see. I mean, I'm sure it's somewhere online, but like David Lynch's, like, his inspiration in that, because I feel like, I don't know, in a weird way, like, maybe he was inspired by him. Like, I don't know. I feel like the more I kind of dig deeper into artists and into, like, just every realm as far as, like, poetry, writing, music, film, like, it's all interlinked and interconnected. And it's super cool because even with, like, cinematography, like, you know, each director has their specific things in that, but even within that, like, you see references from older movies and newer movies, and it's kind of cool because I just, like, I catch it right away and I'm like, wait a minute, like, I've seen this before, but I haven't. And so, like, my subconscious is trying to, like, comprehend what's happening. So yeah, I really like this. I feel like it's, yeah, I don't know, I've been kind of pondering on what is love and how love is represented in different people in different ways. You know, as someone who's had an interesting love life, um, the definition of love has definitely changed for me over the years. And I feel like I'm at a point where, you know, I know what genuine love is. I know what lust is. Like, I can differentiate the differences or the different types of love that are kind of given. And I feel like for me, like, I feel like I receive different types of love, and I accept some and some I deny. And, you know, as time goes on, I kind of want just more of like a genuine love where it's like I want someone to like think of me and like do just like, I don't know, just like a very calm, just like a very like soft love. Like nothing too crazy. Like I feel like I've always dealt with like stalker obsessive people, and not like, I don't know, like for a long time I was like, oh, like that's so like, oh my gosh, you're obsessed with me. But as I get older, I'm like, that's not cute. Like please don't show up to, you know, my place of work. Please don't like stalk me. I don't know. It just kind of like gets old, I think, after a certain point, and it's kind of like I feel like overstepping boundaries. And even with this poem, and he's like, you know, kind of like a love at first sight, um and how he sees like this person as an angel. I feel like, you know, that's something I want. Like I want someone to just like know. I feel like nowadays everyone is always hesitant, and it's always like what could be. Like, yeah, I like you, but like I'm also gonna keep my options open. And it's just, it kind of sucks because it makes you like feel like what's wrong with me, and it's never the case. Like there's nothing wrong with anyone. Like everyone's enough, but it's just like you can't help but to think that, especially when it's like they still keep you around and they're still very, very, very interested, but it's like, okay, like you're obviously not wanting to go, you know, to the next steps in that. And so it makes you wonder and ponder a little. But as I kind of realize things, I'm just like, you know what, like this isn't serving me. I need to stop giving, you know, so much energy into things that don't reciprocate that. And I feel like that's where I'm at. And you know, I will continue to be a hopeless romantic because that's just who I am. Like, I'm not gonna let bad experiences and bad, you know, situations kind of change my perception. It is easy to just kind of use that as an excuse to be like, oh, like I got hurt, or oh, that. And I hear that so often. And it's like, my ex did this, my ex traumatized me in that. And it's like, yeah, like everyone gets, at this point, like everyone's traumatized in some way. And I think the big thing is like, how you recover from that and how you deal with it and use it. And you know, as someone that has dealt with a lot of traumatizing things, I kind of use that as like my motivation, or just like a learning lesson. Like, okay, like this happened, I let this person treat me this way, like let me learn from that and not let that happen again, rather than like continue this cycle of like, oh, like it's okay or that, because it's not okay. Like it's not. And I feel like it's okay to set boundaries, and I'm just learning that. And it's, this whole past year has been like realizing my boundaries and realizing what boundaries I want. And so now like going into this year and just like having these new situations or reoccurring ones, it's like, no, like I'm gonna put a stop to it. I know this is a boundary I want to set, and I'm gonna stick with it, and I'm not gonna let someone kind of step all over me and or make me feel like my boundary isn't valid, because that also is that's not cool too. So yeah, John Donne, yeah, I'm probably gonna read like maybe one or two more and then go on to another poet. I do have a couple poets that I want to go over. I made a list. I did read some comments and people were, you know, listing some, so I'm definitely going to take a look because I did not know about him before, but he is a very well-known poet, and so it's always cool to just kind of learn, I mean, all the time, because I feel like even this short journey that I've had this page, I've, you know, definitely opened my horizons as far as like what is poetry, what is writing, I think overall. And it's kind of cool because, you know, I still have my own personal style, and I still, you know, I am drawn to certain people and things and themes, but it is nice to explore. I love exploring. But yeah, I hope you'll have a great week, and yeah, stay warm. I know this weather is not the best, and it's kind of hard to be motivated in these times, but just gotta stick through it. Music always helps me, at least. Music and, yeah, basically music. I was gonna say like coffee, but try not to drink that much, even though I just had a double espresso shot. So, but yeah, so y'all take care, have a good week, and bye. Bye.